Hi, I am Professor L.K. Gabel, Department of Computer Science, Government GSG PG College, Balod. This lecture is prepared for class MSc second semester, Information Technology, subject Artificial Intelligence and Expert Systems, paper code 205, unit 5th, Expert System. In this unit, we have discussed about learning and enology. What is the learning? According to Herbert Simon, learning denotes change in a system that enables a system to do the same tasks more efficiently the next time. Arthur Samuel stated that machine learning is the subfield of computer science that gives computers the ability to learn without being implicitly programmed. Now, in 1997, Michel proposed a computer program is said to learn from experience, that is the E, with respect to some class of tasks, that is the T, and performance measure is a P. If its performance at task in T as measured by P improve with experience E. The main purpose of machine learning is to study and design the algorithms that can be used to produce the predicate from that given data set. Beside this, the machine learning includes the agents percept and acting as well as to improve their future performance. So, the following tasks must be learned by an agent to predict or decide the result state for an action, and to know the value of each state, understand which state has high or low value, to keep record of relevant percept. So, why do you require machine learning? Machine learnings play an important role in improving and understanding the efficiency of human learning, and machine learning is used to discover a new things not known to many human beings. So, there are various form of learnings are explained below. First is the rote learning, second learning by taking advice, third induction learning, that is called learning by example, fourth explanations based learning, and fifth is the learning in problem solving. So, we have discussed about what is the rote learning. Rote learning is possible on the basis of memorizations. In these techniques mainly focuses on memorizations by avoiding the inner complexity or inner knowledge of the things. So, it becomes possible for the learner to recall the stored knowledge. For example, when a learner learn a poem or song by reciting or repeating it without knowing the actual meaning of the poem or song. So, there are no need to what is the meaning, we can just memorize a particular things. Next, learning is the learning by taking advice. This type is the easiest and simple way of learning. In this type learning, a programmer write a program to give some instructions to perform a task to the computer. Once it is learned or programmed, the system will be able to do new things. Also, there can be several sources for taking advice such as human experts, internet, and etc. However, this type of learning has more necessity of inference than rote learning, as the stored knowledge is knowledge based get transformed into an operational form, and reliability of the knowledge source is always taken into consideration. So, basically in this learning we can write some program, and that program based we can do able the learn new things. Next type learning is a induction learning or learning by example. Induction learning is carried out on the basis of supervised learning. In this learning process, a general rules is induced by the system from a set of observed instances. However, class definition can be constructed with the help of a classification methods. For example, consider that f is the target function and example is in a pair of x and f x, where x is the input and f x is the output function applied to the x. That means, we can derive some example a set of functions. So, we can give some input value to the x and we can get output value in the form of f x. F x is the some programmed. Now, next type learning is the explanation based learning. Explanation based learning, also called EBL, deal with an idea of single example learning. This type learning usually required a substantial number of training instances, but there are two difficulties in this learning. First is it is difficult to have such a number of training instances. That means, there are number of training instances can be required to learn, and sometimes it may help to learn certain things effectively, especially when we have enough knowledge. So, that means the explanation learning is based on the knowledge driven, knowledge intensive. So, this learning they have number of knowledge given, so their output is more effectively and more specific. Initially, an EBL system accepts a training example. On the basis of the given goal concepts and operationally criteria and domain theory, it generalizes the training examples to describe the goal concept and to satisfy the operationality criteria, which are usually a set of rules and that describe the relationship between object and action in domain. Thus, several applications are possible for the knowledge acquisition and engineering aspect. So, we can say that in explanation based learning, there are number of training example. This is a set of object and action relations in particular domain knowledge. This domain knowledge is very high, then its acquisition or output is very effectively. Next learning is based on learning in a problem solving. Learning in a problem solving, suppose a human have a tendency to learn by solving various real world problem. That means, human can be solve various real world problem. They can examine understanding and they have a previous knowledge. That based human can learn and solve the various real world problem. In this form, our representations are the exact entity problem solving. Principle is based on reinforcement learning. Therefore, repeating certain action result in desirable outcome while the action is avoided if the results to undesirable outcomes. As the outcome have to be evaluated, this type of learning also involve the definition of utility functions. This function shows how much is a particular outcome worth. There are several research issues which include the identification of the learning rate, time and algorithm complexity, convergence representations, that is a frame and qualification problems, handling of uncertainty, that is a ramification problem, adaptivity and unclearing, etc. In reinforced learning, the system and thus the developer know the desirable outcome, but does not know which actions result into desirable outcome. In such a problem or domain, the effects of performing the action are usually compounded with side effects. Thus, it becomes impossible to specify the action to be performed in accordance to the given parameter. So, in this problem solving learning is actually based on the reinforcement learning, and this is identification the what is the learning rate, what is the time requirement, what is the also algorithm complexity. So, we can say that basically reinforced learning can know the what is the output, desirable output, but they does not decide it or does not know which action plan are used for to go to the particular desirable output. Next topic I will discuss, that is a learning by analogy. Learning by the analogy, this is the form of learning applies existing knowledge to a new problem instance on the basis of similarities between them. Analogy is the powerful inference tool that means some programmed some information that can be deal with the new knowledge to old knowledge to new knowledge. Our knowledge and reasoning are loaded with analogy. So, artificial intelligence must be able to grasp the analogy from the learning easily. It is used in different learning strategy like learning by advice taking, learning in problem solving, rote learning, etc. There are two methods of analogy problems solving are, first is the transformational analogy, that is the actually focus on the final solutions, and second is the derivational analogy, this is the focus on process of the problem solving. Transformational analogy, here we can describe with the help of the diagram. There are new problem and we have already known previously solved problem, and also we have already solution to the old problem. So, we can get the solution of the new problem through the transformations. So, suppose we have already a problem and that problem have already solved. Suppose we can give the machine a new problem, they compare to the old problem what is the old problem and what is the its solution. The solution is matched according to the new problems, then this old problems solution can be transformed to the solution for new problem. This is a transformational analogy. So, basically we can understood here our problem, there are number of problem and number of solution are in the machine. Suppose we can do have a new problem. So, this new problem can be matched to which type the old problem are matched, and that old problem, if old problem is matched, then they get the solution of that old problem, or according to this solution we can solve the solution for new problem through the transformation. So, this is transformational analogy. Next is the derivational analogy. In derivational analogy, here we can depict in the pictorial representations. So, new problems have the already previously solved problem and that have already solution to old problem and solution to new problem. So, how to get the solution of old problem through their old derivation? There are some steps, some there are instructions. That instructions, based on that instruction we can derive the new derivations. When new derivations is derived, then we can solve the new problems and we get the solution for new problem. This is called derivational analogy. It is clear that in first is in previous section we had transformation, there have the transformation, that is exactly the copy the solution to the new problem solution. But here, but the in derivational analogy they are not copy the solution of old problem, they can find the derivational steps how to problem can be solved, how to problem can be solved, that the problem is the old, we have a old problem and their derivative also have to solution of the old problem. So, we can put the new problem can be matched the previously solved problem and their derivation. If it found the derivation, that derivation can be derived the new derivations, then after the new problem can be use this new derivation and get the solution to the new problem. So, this is the analogy, and thank you.